A memorial mass is being held today for a fallen Chicago police officer who was killed in the line of duty last week.
Judy Wang is live at St. Christina Church in Mount Greenwood with more.
A special mass late this morning will honor Officer Enrique Martinez, who was killed in the line of duty nearly 1 week ago. The church has invited police officers, firefighters, and paramedics to attend. This service is meant to be a show of solidarity with the city's first responders. Officer Martinez was 26 years old. Next month, he would have celebrated his 3rd anniversary as a member of the Chicago Police Force. Last Monday night, Martinez and his partner responded to a call in East Chatham, which turned out to be unfounded. While near 80th and South Ingleside, they saw a double-parked Ford Escape with a broken taillight and fraudulent registration. The officers approached the car to conduct a traffic stop. Prosecutors revealed in court a passenger, Darian McMillian of Harvey, grabbed a machine gun and shot Officer Martinez 5 times. Court documents say the driver was also killed. McMillian pushed the body out of the car, put the car in reverse, and injured another officer. McMillian drove off and went into a home where he attempted to cut off his ankle monitor. The suspect has served time in connection with a 2019 shooting, and he has 2 pending cases in Will County. Enrique Martinez is the 2nd Chicago police officer killed in the line of duty this year. Luis Huesca was shot and killed this past April.
Your policies caused this, so you're not welcome here. Woke Mayor Brandon Johnson does not back the blue. So, multiple shootings in Mayor Brandon Johnson's city. Police officers slain. Why? Why are police being targeted? There's been multiple police deaths in Chicago. Multiple innocent lives taken, slain in Chicago. But most importantly, the lives of those sworn to serve their communities. And they are being slain. And why? Well, it's the policies, my dear. The woke policies of low crime, or I should say high crime with low jail time. High crime, low jail time is how this is going to go. The police out here trying to save lives, but they constantly have to watch their back. Yes, Brandon Johnson's policies is causing police to be slain, blood in the streets. So yes, woke Mayor Brandon Johnson does not back the blue. Hello, friend, and welcome back to The Conservative Poet with me, Amania. As you know, on this channel, we talk everything politics, reactions, political commentary, a little bit of humor, some parody to drive home the crazies that we are seeing in the society. So if you're back, that means you enjoyed the content. So help me out, friend. Like, share, and comment. That way other people can find the Conservative Poet and they can enjoy this awesome content that we're putting out. So thank you very much for your participation. Again, like, share, comment. It all helps me out. Without further ado, we're going to get into this video right now. The latest police to be murdered on duty in the streets of Chicago has a funeral, obviously. But the family is saying, no, Brandon Johnson, you are not welcome here. And their argument is this: Brandon Johnson, your policies, your low on crime policies where people can commit crimes left, right, and center, and nobody goes to jail, nobody gets reprimanded, nobody gets arrested, nobody is held to be responsible. Criminals running rampant in the streets, out here killing, murdering, terrorizing citizens. And now a young man, a young police officer, is slain. And his family is saying, "No, Johnson, you're not welcome here."
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's office says he will be attending the funeral of fallen police officer Enrique Martinez.
But representatives for the fallen officer held a press conference saying they don't want him to attend. WGN's Angelica Sanchez has their message to the mayor tonight. Angelica?
Well, visitation for Officer Martinez is set to begin on Sunday, but tonight the focus is shifting on who the officer's family does not want to see attending. There's one thing the family of fallen officer Enrique Martinez wants to make clear.
They definitely do not want the mayor at any of the functions for Enrique.
Spokespeople and friends of the Martinez family called a press conference Friday night after learning Mayor Brandon Johnson announced he planned on attending services for the fallen officer, despite his family insisting he not attend. Officer Martinez was shot and killed nearly 2 weeks ago on the south side of the city during a traffic stop.
If he didn't believe the message was true, all he had to do was pick up the phone and call the family. But he didn't want to do that because he knew what they would tell him, and then he couldn't deny the fact that the message was loud and clear.
In a statement earlier in the evening, the mayor's office said in part, the mayor of Chicago will attend all honor funeral services for every police officer, firefighter, or EMT who loses their life in the line of duty. These official honor services are solemn moments to honor the sacrifice of our officers and first responders. It is the mayor's honor to support the officers of the entire Chicago Police Department, especially in moments of grief.
If the mayor really wants to honor, in this case, Enrique Martinez family, he must respect the Martinez family wishes.
The mother of fallen officer Luis Huesca was also present. She says the Martinez family views Mayor Johnson as someone that's not been in support of policies that protect officers, which is why she too did not want him at her son's funeral.
This is not about the mayor, this is about the family's wishes.
Friend, are you exhausted with the gaslighting from the left? Because I know I am. And sometimes it can be a tad bit stressful. And in those moments, I whip out my patriotic candles and I burn for freedom. I burn for our country. And I get a little bit of relief from the insanity that's coming from the left. So today you can get it 30% off at the Orlando Patriot. Grab yourselves some candles to relieve your stress as we hone into this election and it's becoming more and more stressful. Grab some for your friends, family, even grab some for a liberal or a leftist because they are stressed out too. So 30% off orlandopatriot.com. I'll see you there. Thank you. I really appreciate your help. It would seem that no one is safe in the streets of Chicago. We have children being shot, adults being shot, police officers being shot. No one seems to be safe. And you just saw a story of the police officers. This was the latest shooting. And it is a tragic shooting because this policeman was shot multiple times and for no reason at all. And you saw also the mother of another police officer who was slain just a few months prior. And she too told the mayor, "We don't want you here because it's your policies is the reason why our loved ones have been shot and killed in the streets by these criminals."
Judy, despite the mayor and his office being told numerous times in the days leading up to the funeral, including the night before, that Officer Luis Huesca's family did not want him to attend, the mayor did not back off his plans until just about the last minute. Mayor Brandon Johnson taking questions today for the very first time about his initial plans to attend the funeral of Officer Luis Huesca against the family's wishes. Those plans only changed the morning of the service after Johnson said he heard directly from the officer's mother that he was not welcome. Today, after court, Edith Huesca did not address the issue, but earlier the mayor did.
It was important for me to hear directly from the family, and once I had a direct conversation with Officer Huesca's mother, that's when we made the commitment to honor her wish.
The mayor today did offer his deepest condolences to the family and the police department.
I, along with the entire city of Chicago, we grieve together as we still struggle with this loss.
The mayor adding that he is grateful to police for their service, and he voiced his support for the men and women in blue.
Me and my administration, we are proud to support and stand with the Chicago Police Department.
But multiple sources, including the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, say the reason the mayor was not welcome at the funeral is because Officer Huesca had made it clear to his family that he did not think the mayor had police officers' backs.
These were all based on conversations Louis had with his brother and sister about his job, about this city, about the policies, about the excuses from the politicians for criminal behavior.
Catanzara says this unfortunate situation should provide an important lesson.
It just goes to show you the need for a clear and black and white protocol about these funerals, and who gets invited and who does not should be the family's wishes, period.
Here is our 2 police officers who was slain by the hands of criminals in Chicago. Look at these 2 heroes, young guys, just getting their career started. I know that this officer right here, Officer Luis, I know he had a family, and I'm not sure about our top officer here. But again, these men were just getting their lives started and tragically taken, and for what? Out here doing the duty, protecting and serving the community, and they lost their lives by the hand of these criminals. Here are the 2 alleged killers who killed these police officers. Look at this one at the top. I mean, this thing looks like a monster, and I'm dead serious about that. Like, look at this human being. Like, I don't even know what's happening there. This person is literally revolting. It is a disgrace to look at this person. I don't even know what's happening with his mouth. I just don't know. Just doesn't look right. And then look at this young guy at the bottom. He is a handsome boy. He looks very young, clean cut. What caused him to commit such a violent crime? I mean, he shot this police officer like 5 times. This young man right here. And why is it that these people who are committing these crimes look like me? And did you pick up that the people that were killed did not look like these 2? But these kinds of 2s is the ones who's doing the killings. Isn't that interesting? But I don't hear protest in the streets for police officers who's been slain by these 2. No, they're not burning down the city for police officers. But God forbid that it was a police officer who deleted these 2. Al Sharpton and them would be out in the streets burning it down for the likes of this. It's a disgrace. It really is. That young man committed such a heinous and hateful crime towards that police officer. It is sickening how this was done. Here's a clipping explaining just how that young man did this killing.
Chicago Police Department officers and several members of Officer Luis Huesca's family, including his sister Lily, who traveled in from California, were in the courtroom today as the man accused in his murder pleaded not guilty to the charges against him.
Did he do it is really the only thing that matters at the end of the day. The peace of mind comes from the why.
It's that three-letter word that haunts family of Luis Huesca, still trying to understand why his life was taken so violently.
They've been fighting for it, and we're going to do everything we can to help them get those answers one way or the other.
As the 30-year-old officer arrived home from work on the early morning of April 21st, investigators say Xavier Tate followed him into his driveway and fired 10 shots, killing him before stealing his service weapon and SUV. Police initially pointing at Huesca being a random victim of a violent crime, but prosecutors not yet sharing a motive or any possible connections between the suspect and victim. Family expressing these questions to FOP Lodge 7 President John Catanzara, supporting them through the process.
Did he do it or did he not? That seems pretty airtight with all the video evidence and things they have. It's the why. Why did you do it? Did you do it for carjacking, or did you do it because of something Lewis did as a police?
Prosecutors say evidence includes DNA, phone, and GPS data, financial records, eyewitness accounts, and more than 90 surveillance videos tracking Tate's movements before, during, and after the crime. Even with the person allegedly responsible in custody, family says it's hard not to watch over their shoulders without knowing the reason for what happened. The family's garage of the home where Luis was murdered outside recently catching fire, and while it is believed to have been caused by fireworks, family tells Catanzara it isn't easing their worries.
And you kind of add it to everything else they're going through, and it just puts you on edge. And you know, she's still grieving and living in that house every single day and looking out the window.
On Tuesday, the suspect looking around the gallery showing no visible emotion before facing Judge Stephen Watkins. Several motions were filed, including an order preventing the city of Chicago from releasing any documents related to the case and a gag order preventing anyone related to the case, including witnesses, the suspect, and more from speaking publicly about it, including to the press.
Seen that, heard that, good. It is really sickening to listen and watch that. Because that young man, I mean, he looks like a good kid, you know? I feel kind of bad. But he put 10 bullets in that police officer. Why and how, I couldn't tell you. And then he pled not guilty. I'm just kind of curious as to how this investigation has gone. How is it that, you know, he's the person that's come up, you know, for this crime? But it's unfortunate that that's the way it happened. Young policeman, young guy doing the killing. We've lost 2 souls. And for what? Crime, violence, theft. I'm telling you, we have a lack of morals in this country and in this society that somebody can pull out a gun and kill somebody in cold blood like that for no reason at all. It's truly sickening to see that happen. It's truly just unimaginable and unbelievable. But these are the kind of laws that allow that to happen, and these laws is what Brandon Johnson, mayor of Chicago, supports. No respect for the law, no respect for life, no respect for your community, no respect for your city, no respect for yourself. Part of why we're in this situation, because they have no respect for anyone. They have no fear of anyone. They don't fear the law. They don't fear themselves. They don't fear their God. They don't fear death. And they don't fear life. They just reckless and so on. But I've got some news for our friends. There's a new sheriff in town. His name? Donald J. Trump. And guess what? They're going to clean up this crime that has run rampant in this country. So criminals, be prepared to start finding yourself in jail in prison for the crimes that you commit. No more do you go around rampant. No investigations, nothing happens. Just another day to kill more people, to ruin more lives, to be more destructive, to be more criminal, to be more uselessness. To be more useless? To be more useless. Anyway, Donald Trump is coming to town, and he's going to make sure that he backs the blue and they do their jobs, and that these woke prosecutors and these woke mayors, no, we're not going to continue this. So, very bitter story here, but the ending is a sweet one. That we will start to see changes with these criminals, because I'm telling you, right, they need to already start building more prisons. Yeah, they need to start building more prisons, because we're going to clean up the streets. Friends, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for taking the time. Like, share, comment, and tell me what you think. What do you think about the story? What do you think about these two criminals? What do you think about the two police officers? What do you think about Mayor Brandon Johnson letting it all happen on his fancy watch? Right? Talk to me in the comments. By the way, thanks again for all of the new subscribers. Really happy that you've been engaging. Really, thank you so much. It's been great. I'm hoping we will get to that 10,000 by Christmas. And so I just want to say thank you all for that. And thank you for my subscribers and all of those who has been sending your thank yous to the channel. It's really helping me out, putting away that little kitty for my trip to Washington, D.C. to see the inaugural of President-elect Donald J. Trump. So thank you so much again for throwing a couple of dollars in the kitty to take me there. So really do appreciate it. And also you can help out by PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, and of course you can always subscribe to the subscription. So again, thank you very much for your support. God bless and keep you, and I will see you in another video.